Okay, welcome back. Last time we finished our adventure in the Under. We managed to defeat Venus and catch her Shadow Suicune in one Pokeball, no less. I'm still honestly baffled by that turn of events. Then we pursued her as she kind of fled to the subway and caught a Shadow Gligar, Stantler, Piloswine, and Sneasel. And today we can head on over to the Shadow Pokemon Lab. We did take a train that was going to take us through into the basement, but then some Cypher Peons kind of blew the place up, so we had to go and find another way around. I also took Hariyama off the team at the end of the last episode in favour of adding Sneasel, and we just got 3 revives. That's kind of nice. However, okay, I guess I strayed a teensy bit too far there, but that's okay. And now we can use the main gate key that we picked up to open the gate and to enter the lab. So I should also note, I didn't purify Sneasel straight away. I could have just gone and used a Time Flute on it, but I chose not to. There we go. I don't know why it took me so long to open that treasure chest. Okay, so that's 2 full heals. That's always nice. But yeah, basically, I chose to not purify Sneasel straight away for one good reason. Card keys needed to open this door. And I don't have a card key, so I'll probably find out later. Here's the shutter switch. Press it? Yes. Okay, so I assume this left door is now open. Good. Fantastic. But yeah, basically, I didn't purify Sneasel straight away because I don't have a means to deal with steel types otherwise, and hopefully I won't need to worry about it, but anything could happen. And we got 3 PP ups. That could actually come in handy. And now I guess we just have to go down here, and there'll probably be someone who will fight to get a card key, even before we can actually get into the place. Well, there's a scientist, and I bamboozled myself immediately. Does this guy want to fight? This is discrimination. Why do they single me out for these extra assignments? There's still packing left for them to move out of this lab. What? Who are you? You're suspicious, therefore you must be intruders. Okay, so this is Researcher Myron. Myron? I'm gonna stick with Myron. He has 2 Voltorbs. Okay. I swear, if this man clicks self-destruct, I'm gonna be livid. I say that, but I know it. I know it's coming. He's going to click self-destruct. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try just double in. I'm just gonna double it. Okay. Sneasel goes into hyper mode. Hyper mode, as I've stated in the past, is kind of a double-edged sword, because 1, you do lose your turn when you go into hyper mode, but 2, well, on the plus side, I can now just bring it out of it and, whatchamacallit, greatly reduce the little meter for it. Thunderbolt still did a lot of damage to that Voltorb. However, I'm going to stick with hyper mode for a bit, because I think this guarantees crits. Bang! Crit, 1 shot. Also, I'm glad that I now have an actual special attacker, not a special attacker, an actual physical attacker on the team. So, I don't really know when, but I'm probably going to have to go and actually do some additional training. Like, I know that at some point I'm going to have to go and do some additional training. It'll probably be after I finish the lab, because from what I recall of this game, you do the lab, and then you go directly to the final kind of, not really dungeon, but the final area. So I think that's going to be my current plan for this. Bah! I'll make you regret seeing me. Okay, buddy, whatever you say. And he drops the card key. Fantastic. So now we can actually get into the lab. Oh, there's the card key. Now we can get into the lab. My thoughts exactly, Rui. I can't read today. I'll pronounce Rui, I guess. And we found 3 elixirs. To be totally honest, those elixirs will stay in the PC, because honestly, I'm never going to use them. To be totally honest, I should probably switch them out for, like, the ice heals or something. I'm more likely to use them than them. Because now that I think about it, I think we see, like, maybe 5 more ice types in the entire game. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well quickly just shuffle a couple of things. And by that, I mean Sneasel quickly just get off the team real quick and get back on the team real quick. because now that should have gotten rid of the paralysis and healed it, and it still remains in hyper mode. And while I'm here, I might as well just shuffle a couple of items around. And by that I mean I might as well just drop off some stuff I'm never going to use. So ice heals, off you go. I'll keep my regular potions. Macho brace, get out of here. The rest of the stuff can stay though. And I'll just leave the elixir. Actually, no, I'll pick up the elixirs. Who knows? They might come in handy. Actually, wait. Have I even seen ethers in this game? I don't think I have. Like, I could swear I don't have ethers. Oh wait, I have 3. I've picked up 3 ethers in the entire game, and it's still giving me, and it gave me elixirs. Okay. I guess I kind of just cut out the middleman and went, yeah, here's just the good version of the item, I suppose. Okay, so now we get to open this with the card key, and now we are properly in the lab. Also, place your bets now. Does someone drop from the ceiling and jump me? My guess is yes. And I'm gonna put the EXP share. No, you know what? I will keep it on auxiliary. Actually, no. Wait. I'm gonna put the EXP share on Umbreon. You know, I want to try to catch Umbreon up to Espeon. So yeah, I'll keep it on Umbreon for a little bit. Do we get jumped? Wow, we don't. Which means I will step out of this elevator, take about 3 steps, and get jumped more than likely. That seems very, very feasible. Oh wow, we didn't. I'm genuinely surprised. This is a dead end. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, that's an item I need. A DNA sample, okay. There we go. Oh, hey, intruder alert. Okay, so this is Cypher Pion Cole. Okay, to be totally honest, the reason I thought that door was locked is because I'm pretty sure in XD Gale of Darkness it is, and you have to go all the way around and come out the other side. Okay, so he has an Apom and a Remoraid, and judging from the fact that that Apom was level 43, that is the Shadow Pokemon. I believe all of the Shadow Pokemon in this area are level 43, aside from the one that the boss has. So, yeah, I think we should be okay. Shadow Rush should one-shot that Remoraid, because honestly it's just going to crit because we're in Hyper Mode. And honestly 5 recoil damage is nothing to have to worry about. And Umbreon gets a nice chunk of EXP. Ferret comes in. However, I do still need to be a little bit careful. I will still need to be a bit careful because if I stay in hyper mode for too long, Sneasel will kind of just go on a rampage. And obviously, I don't really want... Wow. And of course, I don't really want my Pokemon to go on a rampage if I can avoid it. Also, yeah, that's kind of wild, the fact that Umbreon just did a crit with Bite and it did that little damage to an Apom. Because Apom's stats are not good. Like, Apom is not a particularly good Pokemon. It is a Pokemon that, as cute as it... Like, okay, I think Apom is cute, I like Apom. I don't think it's a particularly good Pokemon. Especially without Ambipom to, like, back it up. Like, I'm sure that, just like with many Pokemon, I'm sure that there's ROM hacks that probably make Apom amazing. But base Pokemon Colosseum is not the time for Apom. Like, I'm sure that you can put it on the team and still pretty comfortably beat the game with it, I imagine. But still. Also, these guaranteed crits are so helpful. Okay, Cast Form sets up the Hail. Completely unnecessary, but Hail changes forms. Now that I think that, I don't think I've ever actually seen Cast Forms, weather alternating forms in this game before. So that's a new one for me. And with that, its Ice Form goes down. I guess nice of it to set up the Hail for me when I had a Sneasel out, but whatever. And with that, Cypher Pion Cole is defeated. And he just disappears. Okay, so I'll go down that elevator later, but I'm quickly going to just kind of scout out the other side here, see if I can go anywhere. Doesn't appear open from this side. Okay, I imagine that'll probably be the exit area. And are we going to get jumped? No, but this guy will probably fight us. I have a feeling this guy's going to fight me. Okay, what do you have, buddy? Okay, we can dump this data. Let's see now. What? Quit annoying me. You better get ready or my sign will... Huh? Ah, you two, you're not lab staff. So this is Researcher Lefko. Interesting name. And he has a Magnemite and an Electrike. Okay, so I'll be totally honest. The reason why I didn't purify... I think I already said this actually. But the reason I didn't purify Sneasel is because of steel types. Because I don't have any fire moves, and I don't have any fighting moves or ground moves. And yes, I do know I should have just kept Hariyama. I should have either just kept Hariyama on the team, or alternatively I should have put Hitmontop on the team in its place. But yeah, I didn't do that, and this is the issue that I've caused for myself. However, the game itself does not help with this, because honestly, frustration on an Electrike. Interesting. And judging from how little damage that did, that Electrike must be rather fond of this guy. But yeah, so basically, I looked into what I could potentially teach Sneasel, and some moves that I would really quite like to have just aren't available. And not in the case of like Ice Punch, where it's... And not in the case of like how it would be in a later game, where for a move like Ice Punch I'd need all the red shards and stuff, or Night Slash, which just outright doesn't exist in this game. In this, it's a slightly different issue of, I would love to be able to teach this Sneasel Dig, that could come in super handy, but as it turns out, the TM for Dig just isn't available in the game. Like, for some reason, unless you use a save editor or something, or an action replay code, or have already beaten the game and trade one in, you can't get a TM for Dig in this game. Same with Aerial Ace, and those are two moves that I would love to have. You two, if you don't vacate the premises, my sign will do terrible things to you. I mean, he is free to try. Emphasis on free, because honestly, from what I recall, Ayn is the least threatening of the bosses. But I will get to his strategy when we get to him, but I think I have a pretty solid matchup into him. I am going to be a bit concerned about having to catch his legendary, because just like with Venus and Dakim, he will have a legendary in the form of Raikou. Also, the fact that I don't have just a regular healing station here is a little bit annoying. But on the plus side, you know, cheapskates union of, you know, sometimes we heal the cheap way, you know? Okay, so, wait, I think it was Umbreon who took the damage. Why did I drop Espeon off? Okay, so, now the question is, just before I go, has anyone else taken damage? No, everyone is full health. Fantastic. Also, Sneasel has now opened up a bit of a task, so it should have at least learned one move. So hopefully that could come in handy. Hopefully it'll be a move I can use. Hopefully it'll be something useful. Okay, so back down the elevator we go, and since we've gone everywhere else and can't make any more progress, let's go down that elevator where Cole was, and no doubt get jumped by some more Cypher Peons and researchers. Actually no, the researchers seem more like they're just kind of generally irritated. We got actually jumped by the Cypher Peons. Okay, I can probably just run past this guy, but for the EXP I'm gonna fight him anyway. Hey now, you're not supposed to be in the lab without your lab coat. Wait a minute, your faces aren't familiar. Intruders! Okay, so this is Researcher Odlo. I would love to know the thought process behind some of the names in this game. Electrode and Magneton. Okay, this guy isn't messing around. Honestly, this guy immediately might be the most threatening non-boss character I've seen in this entire game. Okay, so he has the plan. Shadow Rush. Yeah, I'm just gonna Shadow Rush onto the Electrode. No, I'll Shadow Rush onto the Magneton. and bite the Electrode. There's the self-destruct. Okay, that's so I'm walking right back to the place to heal. Sneasel took the hit, and Umbreon just ate the hit. Never mind. And the Electrode goes down, and Magneton took a decent chunk. That actually is pretty good. I mean, I say that, Sneasel is absolutely just going to get hit with Spark or something and knocked out. But hey, Umbreon hits level 36, wants to learn Feint Attack. And I am actually not going to take that. I'm not going to take Feint Attack, because in this game, I don't think people, in general in this game, I don't think people use enough, whatchamacallits? Thunder! Well, there goes Sneasel. Yeah, they did target Sneasel, of course. But yeah, I think in this game, generally, people don't use moves like Minimize enough for me to really think I need those. Like, I don't think I really need Minimize. Sorry, I don't think I need Feint Attack, because I don't think they use enough accuracy manipulation to really have to worry about it. So, nothing really uses Minimize or Double Team all that much. Also, you may be wondering, why did I go out to Ampharos? Honestly, I didn't really have any good options there, so Ampharos just seemed like the best of bad options. Realistically, Espeon might have been the play. But yeah, and I basically wanted to get Aerial Ace for Sneasel, but I can't. I wanted that less so, less to have a move that couldn't be dodged, and more so, mostly just so I would have something that would be able to handle fighting types, grass types, and bug types on my Sneasel. However, in this game, bugs are basically a non-factor. Like, bug types basically might as well not exist in this game. Because again, this is a pre-Bug Buzz. This is a pre-Bug Buzz and pre-X-Scissor world. Magneton misses its Thunder, and also gets dropped by... Nope, Magnemite. Okay, I targeted Magnemite with that, but Bubble Beam should take out the Magneton, so that's good for me. And now I can just take out the Magnemite next turn, and we should be good to go. Fantastic. And Thunder probably just knocks out Octillery in one. Does it? Of course it does. It's Thunder. It's like base 120 or something. I think they actually nerfed Thunder, Fire Blast, and Blizzard fairly recently. I don't remember which gen it was, but I think they dropped it from 120 to 110. I might be totally wrong on that, but I think they did. Either way, now we just go for that. To be totally honest, there was a time when I was a kid where I just loved using Fire Blast, Blizzard, and Thunder. But as I've grown up, I've realized, yeah, accuracy is too important. I've realized that accuracy is too important, so I always just go for Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt instead. And whenever possible, at least. You're far too late. There's nothing left here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is quickly run back and heal, so I will be back in just a second. Okay, so I quickly went back and healed. I put the black glasses back on Umbreon. So you're Wes, aren't you? Word is you've been wreaking havoc with our plans. Okay. This is Researcher Corrin. Okay, what do you have, buddy? You have a Magneton and an Electrode. Great. So I went back and healed, and now I'm leading with Sneasel and Espeon. Perhaps against my better judgment, I did put the EXP share on Sneasel, which is maybe a bit of a questionable move when it's, you know, by far my highest level Pokemon. And, okay, there's Thunder. That's going to do a lot of damage. Wow, that was a lot of damage, but it's, you know, stab Thunder. I can't be surprised. Now, I went for Reflect. I decided to try to set up Reflect on Espeon's turn. Less so for any real purpose, but more so just as a potential contingency. Basically, Espeon having setting up Reflect here is basically my contingency, just on the off chance that Electrode self-destructs. Also, Espeon just got blasted, so that's not exactly ideal for me. I guess I'll go out to Ampharos, because Ampharos seems to do the most damage. Although realistically, Meganium was probably the play because it resists everything. And I'm just going to focus on getting rid of the Magneton, because Magneton being Steel type just means it's going to take not a whole lot of damage from most things. Thank you, game. Thank you for missing Thunder for once. And basically, I just want to get rid of Steel types as much as I can. Honestly, I would love to get all of the Poke Coupons that I need, because then I'd be able to just buy a TM for Flamethrower, for, Octillery. But unfortunately, I don't have the 4,000 Poke Coupons for that. I could probably just throw in an action replay code or whatever and just get infinite, but I feel like that would obviously be massive cheating. Just like why I haven't... Like, if I was going to do that, I might as well just, you know, give myself all the other TMs I'd want for, you know, my full movesets for everything. But that would obviously be huge cheating, so I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm doing everything in this game in legit, aside from that one time I used the Pokeball duplication glitch just to show it off. Mostly because, hey, it's in the game, and realistically, it's honestly a very important thing to kind of keep in the back of your mind, because it's just like, hey, I might not need to worry about money as much in this game if I didn't use that. And honestly, money in this game is a huge issue. No Havoc, please. I mean, we aren't wreaking havoc. We haven't even trashed the place. I'm being such a polite intruder. The shadow Pokemon that were made here have already been transported out. Battle all you want. There's no stopping our shadow Pokemon plan now. Okay, we now got the down street key. I think that's what that means, right? Or is it the downstairs key? I don't know. Either way, let's just keep going. And at some point in this area, I'll probably actually find, just one of those little things. One of those kind of healing machines. One of them there healing machines. Okay, so now we can use this to open up this door. And I need to go heal again, actually, so I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. I pretty much just forgot. I forgot that Espeon had gotten knocked out, so I went back to heal Espeon. Okay, so we're gonna get jumped immediately here. You're not supposed to be in here. Okay, so this is Cypherpeon Lair. Okay, interesting that her name is Lair, but okay. And they have Nuzleaf and Houndour. And the fact that... yeah, that's not exactly an ideal situation for me to be leaving with Espeon, is it? So, fortunately for me, I don't need to worry too much about anything particularly, you know, offensively powerful here. So I think I should be okay to switch out to Octillery. Now I'm going to just call Sneasel, and now we should actually know what Sneasel's nature is. Looking at its stats, I would guess it's either, I don't know, it's either something balanced, or something that is more attack-oriented, I think. Maybe, like, it seems fast enough that it wouldn't be brave-natured, but its attack is high enough that I don't think it would be timid. But I don't know, let's see. We have Docile, so that's kind of balanced. That's balanced across the board, basically. I say balanced across the board. Obviously, Sneasel definitely has, it definitely has one or two stats of where it kind of focuses in on it. Namely, its attack and speed stats, but hey, that's, always gonna... And of course, Auxiliary gets critted. Why wouldn't I get critted? Okay. Ampharos, come on out. I don't know why, but Ampharos has become my kind of like default, okay, I'm just gonna fight them again, and Pokemon. Okay, honestly, that did a decent chunk. Okay, so you know what, apparently the game really wants me to be in hyper mode, so I'm just gonna go with it to get my guaranteed crit. Although realistically, I kinda wanna get that heart meter all the way down before I stay in hyper mode, because realistically, that would be a good move. Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. I just had a moment of thinking, why did Espeon get EXP there? But Espeon was on the field when I started the fight. I switched out because this person appears to have only dark types. Honestly though, like, this is a pretty solid... Okay. A Murkrow. A Shadow Murkrow, in fact. Okay. Honestly, aside from her Shadow Pokemon, she has a pretty solid, like, Mono Dark team with a... Like, she has a pretty solid Mono Dark team with a pretty good Fire, Water, Grass core there. Because she'd have, like, if you played through a game with that, you'd have, what, Shiftry, Sharpedo, and Houndoom? That's pretty solid. I mean, obviously, you know, giant weakness to fighting notwithstanding. Okay, fortunately, this was in Gen 3, when it doesn't matter if a Pokemon is, like, you know, using Fly, Dig, or Dive. You can just throw the ball and it'll still go in. So you don't need to waste turns on that. Now, will it stay in the ball? 1, 2, 3. No, not quite. And it just goes back up. It now swoops down, lands a hit on probably Sneasel. And that was a lot of damage. Murkrow is a pretty powerful Pokemon after all. And now we land the Thunder Wave. Now the real question is, do I play it safe? I should play it safe. I'm going to switch Sneasel out to Meganium. I'm going to switch Sneasel out to Meganium just so it doesn't potentially get knocked out, and I'm going to throw one more Ultra Ball. I should probably keep a hold of as many Ultra Balls as I possibly can, to be honest, because I do have a Legendary I have to catch at the end of this area. 1, 2, 3. Got it. So now we have a Murkrow in the PC. I'm also not going to be using the Murkrow, but I have one. And yes, Lair, we do know what we're doing. We're saving Pokemon, I guess. Okay, so what I'm going to do is quickly run back and... Actually, no, no, I shouldn't. I shouldn't, but what if I did, though? No, I'm going to run back and heal. I'll be right back. Okay, so I quickly went back and healed. Now let's head on over through here and find another DNA sample. That's kind of good. I've been hired to tend to Pokemon, so that's what I've been doing this whole time. Were you folks wanting a Pokemon too? Yeah, sure, why not? Is that so? It's a shame, but they're all gone. They've all been taken away somewhere. Every last one. If I say no... Is that so? Well, that's fine. And they've all been taken away somewhere. Okay, he just says the same thing regardless. Okay. So let's keep going, because no doubt I'm going to get jumped again in the very near future. There we go. It's off limits beyond here. I really hope that there's a healing machine down here, because realistically I'm getting a bit tired of having to run back after every fight. But I also don't want to have to use my money for stuff, because, yeah, money is very limited to me in this game, so I would quite like to keep as much of it as I possibly can. Gotta hoard it. Gotta hoard it right at the end of the game. Okay, so, I will focus in on Pupitar and just get rid of that, I think. Shadow Rush hits for a decent chunk. Psybeam will also do a lot. Actually, Psybeam might finish it off. Pupitar, while it may be the middle evolution of a pseudo-legendary Pokemon, it's still not amazing on its own. And Forretress comes out. Forretress is a Shadow Pokemon. Forretress is probably one of the best defensive options you can get in this entire game. Actually, wait, is it? Because I know it can set up hazards and stuff, like it gets access to things like spikes, but realistically, do you need that in this game? And we get a big crit. Okay, that's pretty good, because now whatever her final Pokemon is will come out directly into a Psybeam, and that's a Zubat. Honestly, I feel like she should at least have a Golbat, but okay. Bang, there goes the Zubat. No way was that taking a hit. Also has a level 40 Zubat. And that is Shadow Rush, doing a fair chunk to Sneasel, but that's to be totally understandable, because Sneasel is kind of made of paper. Okay, so now we switch out to Ampharos, because we can fund our way with it, and I might as well throw a Netball, because I might be wrong, but I think we only have, like, after this, I think there's only, like, 1 or 2 more bugs in the entire game to catch. So, Forretress goes in. 1, 2, 3. Got it. 10 out of 10. Pokemon are really cooperating with me today. That is good. Yeah, apparently people are starting to think that we're tough around here. So that's good. Now, I'm going to quickly head down and see if there is the healing station here. But otherwise, I am going to come back up and just investigate the place. Okay. Well, there's another... Oh, okay, I guess we're having another fight. Welcome to the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Okay. Hello, Lasar. Interesting name. And he has a Rhyhorn and an Ariados. Okay. That Ariados is a Shadow Pokemon. Honestly, I would have greatly preferred it if a Rhyhorn was a Shadow Pokemon, because I would love to be able to use a Rhydon on the playthrough. Because now that I think about it, I don't think I've actually had the chance to. Like, I think I might have had a Rhyhorn in my original playthrough of Fire Red, but I didn't really get to use one. Actually, wait, did I catch one? I don't remember. It's been like 2.5, 3 years since I played it, so I don't really remember. I know that I haven't used a Rhyhorn or a Rhydon in one of my playthroughs on the channel yet, though. But hey, we get the Ariados in one. That is always welcome. And in comes a Grovyle. Okay, Grovyle's a kind of cool Pokemon. So I'm going to switch Sneasel out and bring out Octillery to kind of just Bubble Beam a Rhyhorn. Rock Slide is going to do decent damage, also was probably a good move. Now I realise it was probably a good move that I did switch Sneasel out, because that would have been super effective stab at Rock Slide, which absolutely would have just one-shot it. So Psybeam will hit Grovyle, probably won't knock it out into one, and this Grovyle will more than likely be carrying Leaf Blade. It went for Pursuit, so it's targeting Aspeon. Okay, interesting. That was decent damage, good thing I wasn't switching out. But Bubble Beam should just get rid of this Rhyhorn in one hit. Because that was overkill. That was massive overkill. Okay, so now we can just double into the Grovyle and this fight is over. Sorry, Lasar, you put up more of a fight than a good few of the other Scyther did, but, well, unfortunately for you, just like all the others, you're still a Scyther Peon. Now, I am actually going to do a catastrophically strong. Okay, that's a fun descriptor, I suppose. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take the EXP share off Sneasel and put it on Octillery, because Octillery is starting to fall behind again. Realistically, I should probably also do something about Meganium, but hey, we can't do everything right now. Okay, so we find a DNA sample, which it means we now have 3 of those. And... okay, that looks... wait, I think I know where I'm going now. Because this area has 2 that goes down. Okay. Sweeties, you've caused enough mischief already. Okay, so, this is Scyther Peon Tani, however you want to pronounce it. And I remember now, that Granbull is a Shadow Pokemon, 1. And 2, I remember now, there's these 2 elevators, and one of them leads to a save point and a healing fountain. Not healing fountain, but machine where you can heal. So, basically, that's the plan. I'm going to do this fight, and then I'll finish off today's episode. But when I manage to no doubt guess wrong the first time and have to go back up and down these elevators 2 or 3 times to get to the right place. Shadow Rush lands for not a whole lot of damage on the Linoon, but on plus side, Psybeam should probably just do a lot and finish it off. So there goes the Linoon. Fantastic. Honestly, I should probably focus on the Granbull, because Granbull actually hits really hard. Fortunately, moves like Bite are a bit less of an issue in this gen, because it, whatchamacallit? Okay, that's still Stab Strength. But if it went for a move like Bite, I wouldn't be as worried, because it's a special move in this game. Okay, Sneasel gets knocked out. I will go out to Meganium, because it's my strongest physically defensive Pokemon, I think. Actually, is it? I'm gonna quickly double check that. 78, 58, 63, 97. Okay, yeah, no, Umbreon is definitely my most physically defensive Pokemon. I don't know why I thought Meganium would be. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is Psybeam and Razor Leaf. Hopefully we can get rid of Vigoroth. Vigoroth is potentially an issue. To be totally honest, it's a Pokemon that I've always liked. I've always liked Vigoroth. Although I was always really disappointed because I caught a Slakoth when I was first playing Pokemon Ruby. Like, I caught a Slakoth, thought, okay, this Pokemon seems kind of interesting. Oh, what's this Truant ability? This seems garbage. This kind of ruins the entire Pokemon. And then I trained it up a bit. It became Vigoroth, and I was like, wow, this thing's actually pretty good. Maybe it was worth getting it. Like, maybe it was worth the problem of Slakoth. And then it evolved, became Slacking. Then it evolved, became Slacking, and actually got Truant back, and I immediately went, oh, well, this sucks. To be fair, I was like 7 years old at the time. I was like 7 or 8 years old, so I hadn't really thought about the entire, oh, this thing has an attack stat of like base 160 or 180 or whatever it is. Like, I didn't think that Truant was... Like, I hadn't thought about the fact that Truant is there on Slacking to keep it remotely fair. Okay, so now we get the Paralysis. Fantastic. Scary Face comes out. Scary Face will do next to nothing. And by that I mean, yes, it reduces our speed by quite a bit, but who cares? So now let's just start throwing Pokeballs at this thing, and I'll go for Thunder Shock. I'll go for Thunder Shock just in case it breaks out the ball, you know, whittle it down just a little bit further, and hopefully we can catch this thing. So, Granbull goes in, please cooperate game. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Fantastic. I think everything stayed in the ball, like... Yeah, I think everything stayed in either the first or second bolt today. Well, in this episode. I will call that a huge success. I'm very pleased with that. Okay, so... left. I think left is progress. I'm pretty sure right is the one that leads to the save point. But did I guess right? I think I did. I'm pretty sure when you go to one that has the save point, it's like directly there when you come out of the ladder. Not the ladder, the elevator. I don't know why I called it a ladder. Although knowing my luck, I'll go in, I'll come out of this elevator, walk like 2 steps to where I want to be, and then get jumped. Wait, is this where I need to be? You know what? No, I think I was going the right way. Okay. Please hold. I have gotten lost. I know. To the surprise of no one, I've gotten lost. But I also need to check up there. Watch this, there'll be some stairs in there, and that'll be where it is. 10 out of 10. Now we get to play a fun little... Okay. What's that? What are outsiders doing here? Why isn't security doing their job? Okay, I guess we're fighting Researcher Kotan today as well. Okay, he has Magneton and Electrode. And that Electrode is level 42. I am not too fond of that. So I am going... Wait. Oh, this could maybe be pretty bad. I think this is a fight where I will win, but I'm leaving it, like... I think this is going to be a fight where we win in the end, but we are going to be limping away from it. Because, yeah, Thunder seems very accurate in this game, and also, they are really strong Pokemon. Like, Electrode and Magneton are pretty good. Especially Magneton. Magneton hits really hard. I mean, to be fair, Magneton until... I mean, okay, I say up until a certain point is one of my favorite electric types. It's one of my favorite electric types up until a certain point. Oh, that's awful for me. I hate that. I hate that. The game has set up Rain Dance Thunder, so Thunder will now always hit. Just straight up, it will not miss. Fortunately, we get the Synchronize, which is very nice for me. And now we land the Bite. And... Ampharos just hadn't moved. Ampharos is indeed the slowest thing on the field right now. Okay, it was the slowest thing on the field, but now, you know, 2 things have paralysis, so we can just get through this, and I think I should win this battle of attrition. It's not great for me, but I think I do win this battle of attrition in the end. Thunderbolt lands, takes out the Magneton. This guy's probably going to send out another Magnemite. Looking at the other researchers that we've seen, this guy's probably going to throw out another Magnemite. An Ampharos of his own? Oh, this could maybe be a bit of a problem, because his one will have Thunder, and also won't miss because it's raining. So, what I need... Actually, no, wait, I have a strategy here. I have a workaround. I'll target down the Ampharos because I think it's more powerful. The Electrode is obviously faster, but I think the Ampharos is more powerful. And therefore, I think the Ampharos is more of a threat. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to Meganium, and Meganium can go for Sunny Day. I'll go for Sunny Day on my next turn to hopefully get rid of to get rid of the rain, and that way I think I should be okay. Thunder, please target Ampharos. No, they doubled into Meganium. Okay. And Paralysis. That's pretty bad for me. Not gonna lie, this is not the best of situations. So what I'm gonna do is I'll use one of the Lemonades that I bought to heal up Meganium, and then I'll use Sunny Day on Meganium's turn, because that way I'll get rid of the rain, meaning Thunder, has a chance to miss again. And if nothing else... Okay, they really went for double Thunder, okay. Okay, so we get the sun. So the sun comes out, which is always good. And now I can go for Thunderbolt and Synthesis. And misses Thunder. I land Thunderbolt. I just basically need to whittle them down here. This could take a little while, I do need to just whittle them down. Both of them miss Thunder, and we get hit with the Paralysis. That is extremely unfortunate for me. But do I see another miss? Of course I don't. Okay. But Meganium does live one. If the other one misses, or if I get a crit here, that's huge. Okay. This is pretty bad. No. This is actually perfect, because Synthesis now brings Meganium back to near full health. All because of the sun. And now I can go for Thunderbolt on the Electrode and go for Razor Leaf. Okay, they decided that they were tired of missing, so they set up the rain again. Not that it makes any difference now. So I go for Thunderbolt, do a little bit of damage to the Electrode, and get the Paralysis. The other, they went for double Rain Dance. Okay, Meganium still gets it with Paralysis, so that isn't exactly ideal for me. However, this has actually kind of thrown a bit of my strategy off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Thunderbolt the Ampharos. I'll Thunderbolt the Ampharos just to get it off the field. I Thunderbolted the Ampharos to get it off the field, mostly because I didn't want to have to risk taking double Thunder with Meganium. Obviously, Thunder will always land here, but I don't need to worry about it. A crit is a problem, though. And so is more Paralysis. But I think I should be in the clear from here, because I have the speed advantage. I have the speed advantage now because of the Paralysis on the Electrode. Worst case scenario. The absolute worst case scenario for me is if he clicks self-destruct. I probably don't have an out for that. Like, I genuinely do not have an out if he uses self-destruct here. However, I also probably just need like 2 turns. So if I don't get him this turn... Okay, yeah, he gets knocked out next turn. I beat him next turn. So as long as this doesn't one-shot me, I'm okay. Okay, that did 29... Yeah, I did 29 damage. So I should be able to just hit him with a Thunderbolt now and finish him off. Fantastic. Now, hopefully I can find this save point. Because I feel like I've gone the wrong way on like 5 or 10. I feel like I've gone like 5 ways the wrong way now. On the plus side, Ampharos got a mountain of experience from that. Ah, crud, there's no way I'm gonna let you go. Oh, is this the guy who I think it is? Is he the one who sets off the alarm? Yes, he is. Now you're stuck. There's no escaping the lab for you. Okay, so I'm really sorry, but now we are going to be dealing with the alarm for the rest of our time in here. So what I'm going to do is I don't actually know where the save point is. Is it just along here? No, it isn't. Okay, but we find a full restore. That could come in handy. I was fully expecting to just get jumped there in an instant, but okay. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way back. I'm just gonna go all the way back, heal and save, and end off today's episode here, because I don't know exactly where the save even... Like, I know that there is a save and a heal spot in here, but I don't know exactly where, and I don't really want to have to mess with it if I can avoid it. And honestly, I would quite like to just get away from this very loud, annoying siren, because I know it's meant to be an alarm, but it's just very annoying. I mean, also, really sorry for the fact that it's also kind of just like pulsing red. That also isn't exactly ideal. In here, though, I don't think the alarm's going. Fantastic. Okay, so I am going to save and end off today's episode here. Yeah. Next time we'll be finishing off the Shadow Pokemon Lab, and next time we're going to be finishing off the Shadow Pokemon Lab, and I need to go and heal, but I'll do that back in like Pyrite or in Phoenix City or somewhere. So I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click on any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time for more Pokemon Colosseum. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.